like the fight against stressors grows larger every day. Now, while you're on an amazing journey right now, it can also come along with added worries and anxieties, which is why it's so important to take steps to combat stress where possible. We've already talked a bit about using mindfulness as a calming coping method, but today we want to take that conversation a little bit deeper. Before we begin, let's talk a bit about stress and what it actually does. So stress is a response. It's our body's reaction to a situation that is deemed worthy of an elevated reaction. When a situation feels threatening, our brain releases a hormone called cortisol. When cortisol levels are high enough, we start having a physical reaction, a pounding heart, rapid breathing, tensing muscles, basically a high alert state. While stress activates our reaction response, it also deactivates normal bodily processes so that more energy can be devoted to the stressful situation. That means that our immune system is suppressed, our digestion is slowed, and blood flow to the brain is reduced. So when is stress healthy? Well, in acute situations where we need to react quickly, avoid something dangerous, or make it through to the end of a workout or finish a big project, it's stress that pushes us along. Technically, it's a survival mechanism. However, in our modern lifestyle, daily nuances often lead to chronic stress, and that's what's unhealthy. When stress is chronic, we continually activate the fight or flight response. This leads to a constant feeling of tension, which can develop into a deep-seated anxiety, high blood pressure, fatigue, and a weakened immune system. Over time, this can cause damage to the body as well as the mind, and anxiety is often a precursor to depression. The good news is there are proven methods you can use to healthily combat stress. Evidence shows that those who incorporate mindfulness into their daily lives enjoy lower stress levels on average and a more positive sense of well-being. These practices do a lot more than lower stress levels. They can also reverse the negative effects of stress. It's been shown to reduce things like insomnia, fatigue, depression, and high blood pressure. While that all sounds amazing, especially during your pregnancy, let's talk about how it actually works. Mindfulness engages our nervous system in the opposite way that stress does. Stress reactions turn on our sympathetic nervous system, which gets everything revved up and ready to fight or to flee. Mindfulness, on the other hand, activates our parasympathetic nervous system, which has the opposite effect. It slows down our heart and breathing rate, relaxes our muscles, increases blood flow to the brain, and allows bodily processes to go on as normal. Being mindful brings our focus to the present moment, which increases our awareness of our thoughts and feelings at the time. The idea is that being able to recognize those feelings makes us better equipped to deal with them in the future. While mindfulness may sound simple, it does take practice to learn how to be calm, at peace, and wholly in the moment. There are several different techniques that involve mindfulness, such as meditation, deep breathing, visualizations, and yoga. There's no single method that works best for everyone, so it may take some time to find the method that's right for you. We love mindful meditation because you can slip into it at any time, in any situation, by devoting all of your thought and energy into the task at hand. To get you started, we'll walk you through a technique developed by Dr. Herbert Benson. He created something called Benson's relaxation response, which is a form of scientifically validated meditation. Now, we recommend practicing the following exercise for 10 to 20 minutes a day, first thing in the morning if possible. If a morning meditation doesn't suit your schedule, aim to do this exercise at least 2 hours after finishing a meal. And here's what you do. Start by finding a peaceful, quiet place where you can sit in a comfortable position. Gently close your eyes. Now begin to relax the muscles of your feet, slowly moving the relaxation bit by bit up to the muscles of your face. While you do this, breathe through your nose, becoming aware of your breath as it flows in and out of you and throughout your body. Choose a soothing word or phrase, preferably without any meaning to avoid stimulation. Let's use the word one for now. As you breathe out, say your words silently to yourself. For example, breathe in and then out and say one. Continued for 10 to 20 minutes. Now pause a bit. When you finish, sit quietly for several minutes, at first with your eyes closed, and when you're ready, with your eyes opened. Here are some tips for making the most out of your mindfulness moments. Firstly, don't worry if distracting thoughts occur. We can bet you they will, especially if it's your first time. When you notice them, consciously let them go and return to repeating your word. Secondly, set aside the goal of achieving a deep level of relaxation. When you think about it, it becomes that much harder. Let it happen naturally and at its own pace. Thirdly, start simple. Pick easy things to focus on, such as a short repetitive phrase or your breathing. Once your skill improves, you'll notice that you'll be able to use mindfulness in more complex and chaotic situations. And soon you'll find yourself slipping into mindful moments in your everyday life without even trying. We have a short podcast available for download, so if you're feeling the stress, you can tune into this and tune out of the busy world around you, allowing you to be a bit more mindful and in the moment.